Good evening, fellow YouTubers. Today I am going to be reviewing one of the hardest games available for the Super Nintendo, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. There, you can see it a little bit better there. It's still a little bit fuzzy, but that's because it's dark in here and I have a cheap webcam. What can I say? I'm broke. Super Ghouls and Ghosts came out in '91. I don't think it was a launch title for the Super Nintendo, but it's pretty close. And let me tell you, this is a notoriously hard game. 2 hits, you die. You fall in a pit, you die. You die a lot in this game. It's a platformer. I didn't play it much as a kid. In fact, I don't think I ever played it as a kid, but I remember playing an arcade version of this game, Ghosts and Goblins. And I remember playing Ghosts and Goblins on my cousin's Sega Genesis. And that, also, notoriously hard game. In Super Ghouls and Ghosts, you play as Knight Arthur. And some evil demon has came and kidnapped your princess, and you have to go and rescue her. You have to go through 7 different stages, and let me tell you, these stages are hard. The platforming is hard. The enemy placements are hard. There's one little red demon that is always a pain in the butt whenever he shows up. You go, you play through the 7 different stages, you fight the bosses, and let me tell you, for a hard game, the bosses, they're easy. So don't go blaming the bosses for this hard game. It's the platforming and the enemies that makes this game hard. Let me tell you, 2 hits, you die. Yeah, 2 hits. And you get hit a lot in this game. It is, as I keep saying, notoriously difficult. Because that's one of the reasons that makes it so fun. You go around and you collect various weapons. My personal weapon that I like to use is the crossbow, because you upgraded that, and the crossbow homes in on enemies. And let me tell you, for those little red demons I mentioned earlier, you need the crossbow, otherwise, good luck killing those demons. They're a bitch. You go and you play through the 7 different stages of this game. You go, you reach the end of the game, you get your girl, and what does she do? Oh, I'm sorry, you have to get a completely different weapon before you can defeat the final boss and rescue me. And it's just kind of like, come on, Capcom. Why are you doing this to me? I already defeated 7 different stages of this difficult game, and now you're telling me I have to go back to the beginning and play it again? I have to collect a little weapon. It's her bracelet. Now, the bracelet is a good weapon, but let me tell you, the crossbow, because it can home in, is far superior. Anyways, you get the bracelet and you finally go and fight the final boss. And the final boss, he's difficult, but you can take him down with a little bit of practice. You go, you rescue your girl, and everything is fine and dandy in the world yet again. I picked up this game off Kijiji. I think I paid a grand total of $15 for it, maybe 20. And let me tell you, I've been playing it ever since. This is one of those games that I leave in my Super Nintendo for days, sometimes even weeks straight. It's hard, it's difficult, it's challenging, but it's fun as all hell. I will highly recommend you get this game. If you have a Super Nintendo, go on Kijiji, go on eBay, and pick up this game. Super Ghosts and Goblins. No, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Ghosts and Goblins is its bastardized cousin that was on the Nintendo and on the Sega Genesis. I love this game. I hate the fact that Capcom makes you play it twice. To me, that's just a cheap move to lengthen the gameplay. And I mean, the gameplay, because it's so hard, it's not a short game. It's only 8 levels. But because of its difficulty, it's not a short game. And Capcom just goes and screws with you and makes you play it twice to get the final ending. Screw you, Capcom. Screw you.